Okay, so welcome. So Ruby Sam Young, it's actually a beautiful name. You have just recently trained as a quantum holographic echo healing practitioner. So you've been on a bit of a journey with us, different courses with the Soul Awakening Academy, and then you've decided to hop on over to the land of quantum holographic echo healing and get in this energy soup with us healers and really do your thing there. And actually what I've seen, because I trained you, you know, what I saw was your accuracy. You just took to this like a duck to water. And a lot of it is about trust. You know, when you're training as a practitioner, you know, maybe some people haven't ever worked with energy before, you know, and we all feel that little hurdle. Oh, is it safe to say this? Is it just me? Is it my thoughts? Are people going to think I'm stupid? Am I wrong? Am I going to be judged? You know, all of those come to everybody, but you just seem to get on with it, and you just spoke your truth, and you were so bob on with everything that came up when you were working with people. So we're just going to go through and just highlight your journey with QHEH, and obviously people can find you and book a session with you as well, because now you're qualified. So yeah, what drew you to this crazy energy system?
Oh, well, that's a big question. There's a number of things, really. I'm trained in other energy therapies, crystal therapy, spiritual healing, and last year I started working with quantum energy and frequency energy work, and just a few days before I saw quantum the quantum holographic, because I'd never heard of it before. I'd made a big decision to let something go out of my life that just wasn't resonating with me fully anymore. And it was literally 2-3 days later, obviously I'm part of your Soul Awakening Academy anyway, I saw your post and I was just like, oh, what's this? And I just started tingling, buzzing. I was like, oh, this is, I'm getting it now. It's my clown's going now. And it sort of was everything that I got in my head that I wanted to do. And also Paula, you know, where it originated from, I had connection to that, where her journey come from, because I'd been looking at other modalities. So yeah, it was just everything packaged in what I was doing, but packaged in the way that I hadn't been able to fathom out.
Yes.
You know, my pendulum is part of me, you know, since before doing my crystal therapy, but you know, I am really resonate with the pendulum. I love cards, and tarot had been coming up for me all year and I didn't understand why, and bingo, this was it.
Yeah. So just for the sake of those who don't know about the system, quantum holographic echo healing, it really works on body intelligence. So it's a bit like kinesiology, where a therapist will, you know, gently move a muscle to see if your body's responding positively or negatively. The pendulum kind of works in the same way. So when we tune into a person's energy field, as you get taught to on the training, then you just start to merge that field of energy that we're all in, that quantum energy. And we can, with the workbook, setting the correct intention, doing all your sequence and setups and your grounding and your heart-to-heart connection, we can really start to tune into our guides, their guides, get messages for them, use the tarot to really see what's going on in their psyche. And then that's the kind of entry into using the system. And the book has a series of questions that you go through to find out what is coming up today to be released, to allow the client to move forward towards their highest potential. So when you did the course, or just your journey with quantum holographic echo healing, what transformation or change have you noticed it's made in your life?
Well, my first session that I had was like so spot on. I mean, that was just another confirmation. Yeah, this, you know, I'm in the right place. This is really powerful. As you just said, it's like a real-time access and analysis for someone. You're getting to the core root issues. And it's just helping people understand themselves better, and that some of the baggage you're carrying isn't all yours, but without having to relive everything. So for me, it's the change it's given me is more clarity.
Good. Yeah.
And that first session I had, really pinpointed stuff. That something I was working on, the physical issues I had was the first thing that came up. And that foundation from childhood, which was, I'm still, it's a continual process. And, that was a big thing that had come up for me, and something that was really relevant.
Yeah.
So it's given me more clarity, and also, as you said previously, more confidence to actually say what I am channeling and receiving to pass on to someone, be that vessel, without thinking, this makes no sense, because it's not meant to make any sense to me. It's for the other person.
Yeah. What do you enjoy the most about using this system with other people or on yourself?
What I love the most, all of it. I mean, to be honest, all of it. It's just the accuracy of it. I mean, the last client I worked with, she was just like gobsmacked. She said, "You've just described my whole life in 2 minutes."
Wow.
It's the accuracy of it, and being able to rebalance and harmonize the stuck energy, the emotional energy, because that's what I specialize in, the emotional element from childhood, and helping you to increase your self-worth, resilience, and improving your relationships, particularly with your mum. What one thing, I can't really say one thing, because as I'm going through a session, each session is so different. It's just like, oh wow, it's just mind-blowing. I love working with pendulum, I've always said, and I like it, I think, because there's different elements being brought into each session. And I think the thing that I love the most is the fact that after you have worked on relieving, releasing, balancing, that heavier energy, that stuck emotions on the lower frequency, is that then we bring about change by imprinting with the positive end to the session, and the personal plan, the aftercare that the client takes away. That is what I love the most. It's giving them something to go away and make a change, and not just leaving them with at the end of the session with nothing.
It's important, isn't it, the aftercare, because it's everything will come within the session, and you'll do a spiritual treatment in the moment, and that will start the catalyst for the processing, but the client also has to be involved through their own conscious intention as well, to keep that clear and going, because nothing can be done to a client without their permission and their involvement in it as well, because they're responsible for their change. So giving them the tools to continue the work with you, I think, is a really part of the process for them. So you're totally right. So where are you now? So tell us about where you are now, since you've trained in quantum holographic echo healing. What are you doing now?
So now I've done, well, as you know, because you trained me, I've done my case studies. I have done extra case studies as well, since I submitted for the qualification. And that's just for me to be a better practitioner, really, and understand. So now I'm at the point now that I'm ready to promote this out into the world.
Great.
And really integrate it into all my services, which is all about the access in the quantum field and the emotional healing and spiritual, being able to give that access to people to find themselves, their understanding, that wisdom that's within all of us, and the resilience, to to deal with what maybe happened in the past for them, but also be able to cope with life better when things will happen or triggers happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a great tool to give somebody. What are strategies for how to move forward and work with things as they come up. What advice would you give to other people thinking of training in this system?
Do it. Yeah, if what advice? Yeah, do it. If it resonates for you, you're an energy healing modality that incorporates so much information and elements of a person, and just opening up that change for someone, but in a way that's they don't have to relive anything if they don't want to. Yeah. You're giving the client the space, what they need, and yeah, just do it. I think it's powerful. And also, one of the things I love, yes, we have the workbook and that, but sometimes unexpected things may pop up, and you go, oh, okay, right, okay, I'm now being drawn to something else. So it just opens up a whole matrix, of possibilities for you as a practitioner and the client.
Yeah, and when you train, you've got online theory that you can go
Yes.
to access the skills and knowledge. You get the workbook, you get your own pendulum, you get your tarot, and obviously we've got the Facebook community as well, where we can continue to give you support through there. So where could people find you if they were looking to have a session with you?
Where can you find me? So yeah, my main sort of social media platforms are Facebook and Twitter.
Okay.
So yeah, they're the main places really, with the links to book a session. You can
and just say your company name again, your business name.
Yeah, so it's my full name, so it's Ruby Sam Youngs, and the Youngs has got a Z on the end.
Perfect. All right, and we'll put a link in this video as well, so people.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and yeah, I look forward to seeing the amazing work you do with QHEH. So good things to come.
Yes, thank you very much.